Michael Rodriguez. I'm the 24-hour Economy Commissioner for New South Wales. So NEON's an international nighttime economy policy forum, which will be hosted here in Sydney over the next 2 days, where we have experts in from all over the world, from London, Paris, New York, Vienna, Montreal. These are night czars or people in a similar role to what I have here in Sydney who think about what success looks like when we go out at night. I'm most excited about the opportunity to learn. We often think that the problems we face in our own area are unique to us. The reality is sometimes these are problems that are experienced in other parts of the world. We've had just an initial discussion this morning, and issues like sound management and planning and development, gentrification, these issues are coming up in other global cities. And like anything, two heads is better than one. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to learn from my peers and generate a great, healthy discussion for policymakers and industry here locally in Sydney.
Excellent, that's great.
Nightlife isn't one-dimensional. There are so many facets to a good night out, and I think the pandemic's really given us the opportunity to explore some of these. Ramadan night markets wowed us all. Over 1.2 million people through Lakemba Howden Street. Exciting place to be till 3 a.m. Arts, culture, music, theatre, retail, it all goes together for a great night out. Sydney's nighttime economy is valued at over $27 billion and growing, and the state government has a 24-hour economy and strategy in place to see that growth not only here in Greater Sydney, but now expanded to the 6 cities to include Newcastle, Wollongong and the Central Coast.
I'm Amy LeMay and I am the Night Czar of London. It's incredibly important that we recognize the role that nighttime plays in the success of our cities, not just in that traditional nighttime economy of bars, pubs and clubs, but actually across the whole of activity that happens at night. For example, in London, we have 1.4 million people who are regularly working at night, and most of them are working in our National Health Service. They're keeping us well and healthy at night. And we need to recognize that there are great inequalities that people face at night. So, trying to address those inequalities is something that I'm particularly focused on in London. It's such a privilege to be here in Sydney. To learn from not just Michael, but from other people around Australia, sharing knowledge and being able to hopefully take away some great ideas that will inspire us in London and share what we're doing in London with all of you here. It's always great to have two cities that have such a strong connection like London and Sydney. Looking forward to that.
Excellent. And
well, I'm really looking forward to going out at night here in Sydney. You do daytimes very well. The sun is glorious, and it's wonderful to see so many landmarks that up until now I've only ever really seen in photographs and on TV. So I'm really living the dream here in Sydney, and experiencing your life at night here in a great city like Sydney is something I've been looking forward to. Sydney is on a growth trajectory, and it's got real opportunity now to plan for its life at night, and an opportunity to be proactive rather than reactive. And it's an incredibly exciting time for this great city.
My name is Ariel Pallett, and I come from New York City. Up until just recently, I was the founding director of New York City's first ever Office of Nightlife at the Mayor's office. I just think it's absolutely essential to have a dedicated office that devotes its time and resources to reorchestrating the city's services and resources to supporting life at night, and to really make sure that we're reframing a historically framed industry. I think it's extraordinary that Sydney has brought all of us from all over the world to have this conversation about the global movement of nighttime management and governance. Because at the end of the day, these really are universal issues around sound management and governance. And we're really all here to be able to learn from each other and share lessons learned. And I just think it's extraordinary that we've all been brought here to do that. What I hope to achieve is to develop relationships from around the world and to be able to learn about what they've accomplished, to be able to share what New York has accomplished, and to really further this movement to gain greater credibility